Adrian Mayfield set me up, and today we're doing CrossFit. Woo! Hey everyone, it's Kara Dixon with Candid With Kara, and I am here with Daniel Gade.
That's right.
Can you tell me where we are?
Yes, we are at CrossFit Takeover here in Virginia Beach, and I'm thrilled to be here with these great folks and ready to work out with you. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Can you tell me what you're running for
again? I'm Daniel Gade. I'm a candidate for United States Senate here in Virginia.
Who is Daniel Gade? Who are you?
Oh man, I'm a servant. I'm a servant of the Constitution. When I enlisted in the Army when I was 17 years old, and I've served the Constitution for the last 27 years. And during my service, I was wounded in combat twice. You can see that I'm a leg amputee, and I just view politics as an extension of my military service. This is about serving the Constitution, serving my fellow man.
All right. So you're a veteran.
Yep, that's right. That's right. 25 years.
A little bit more about your service. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I enlisted in the Army when I was 17 years old, and then I went to West Point, graduated from West Point in 1997, and served in the Army for 20 years of active duty service. In 2005, I was wounded for the second time by a roadside bomb, and that cost me a year in the hospital and a right leg amputation, lots of surgeries. But our country is worth continuing to fight for, and so I decided to stay in the Army, and I stayed in the Army for another 12 years after I was injured. And it's a credit to the Army that they let me stay in, and I was able to continue to serve, and I'm just proud of that.
What made you decide to run? What was there a point that you were just like, that's it?
Yeah, well, listen, politics is gross, and everybody knows politics is gross. But the truth is, we need servants in politics, and I think Virginia should be done with having people who view themselves as masters. And my opponent in this race is somebody who's only ever been a politician. That's all he ever wanted to be, and all I want to be is a servant to my fellow Virginian and a servant to the Constitution. So that's what I'm doing.
All right, and what would you hope to accomplish if you're elected?
We're at such a critical moment right now, and I think broadly you see this going on in our country where we're trying to redefine the role of government in our lives. And a lot of us are like, let's get government out as much as possible. Let's be individual liberty people, and I'm an individual liberty person. And so let's get government smaller. Let's make the federal government do what only it's supposed to do, and let the states and local governments do the rest.
All right, and so we're here to do some CrossFit.
Yeah, we're doing CrossFit together. I'm excited. It's your first time.
Yeah,
not my first time.
How many years have you been doing it?
Oh man, like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I love CrossFit's great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna get hooked today.
Any tips or?
Don't do things that are stupid. That's a good tip for CrossFit.
And for life.
And for life. That's right.
All right, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Because I'm not, but okay. Let's
go. First time CrossFit.
There you go.
Every exercise is a PR.
Are you ready for rapid fire?
I'm ready. Rapid fire. Let's do it.
All right. First question. What do you think is the biggest issue our country is facing?
I think the biggest issue right now is what is the role of government in our lives? Conservatives think, like me, think smaller government. Other people think big, intrusive government.
All right. What do you think the biggest issue Virginia is facing?
I think we need to continue the great economic growth we've seen under this president, and I think that'll do it. Yeah.
All right. And if you're elected, what would you hope to get accomplished? Bills or anything, or what's kind of like?
Well, yeah. The main thing we got to do is figure out how to shrink the size of the federal government so it gets out of our lives as much as possible and let citizens control their own destiny.
All right. I just remember the other question. It was, what can...
You just remembered it.
Yeah.
I'm making this up.
Sorry. What can residents do to make the state a better place to live in? Like, what can individuals do to...
Well, I think be great to your family, take charge of your family, serve your fellow man, and then get government out of our lives. To me, that's the right answer.
All right. What's your favorite book?
There's a great book I'm reading right now. I'm teaching to some of my students. I'm a college professor, and it's called The Good Soldiers, and it's sort of about the post 9/11 veteran experience in combat in Iraq. It's a great book, The Good Soldiers.
All right, and if you can meet anyone in history, who would it be and why?
It's funny you say that. So my middle name is MacArthur, after Douglas MacArthur, who's buried right here in Newport News, I think is where the museum is. And great figure in history. I'd love to meet him, one of our most famous generals. I'd love to meet General MacArthur.
It's in Norfolk, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, whatever. It's close enough. It's fine.
All right, and then the last question is, when you were growing up, what did you think you wanted to be and why?
You know what's crazy? I always wanted to be a soldier, and then I went and did it, and I'm proud I did.
I don't know what I signed up for, but I'm here.
It's a little weight. It's only 25.
I'm gonna get an even smaller weight. Anything else you wanted to say, or anything you want to tell voters?
I do. I want to say that my website is Gade for Virginia, GADEFOR Virginia, and I'm Daniel Gade, and I'm running for United States Senate right here in Virginia.
Love you anyway. All right, everybody look here. 1, 2, 3. Great. Feel great. Physical fitness is really important, especially on the campaign trail. We're eating a lot of bad food, but this is fun to work out with. CrossFit Takeover Night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Virginia Beach. See you back.
This was my last CrossFit class and my first.